This is a tutorial about how to install SonarTRX, its licensing system, and how to obtain the activated license key. As a starting point, we have downloaded the SonarTRX zip file via the link we receive when we make the purchase. Let's first extract the zip file to a folder on the local drive. The zip file contains a README installation document describing the steps involved, and also the SonarTRX installer, which has the extension MSI. We are now ready to install SonarTRX, and we recommend using an administrator account to install the program for all users. In that way, you avoid problems in the future if other people want to use the program on that computer. After launching the SonarTRX installer, we go through the steps, and as suggested, we select the option to install for everyone. When complete, the SonarTRX installation program has copied the required files to the computer and prepared several Windows shortcuts under the user's Start menu. We can scroll down the Windows Start menu and notice the SonarTRX x64 folder with several shortcuts. Having completed installation of SonarTRX itself, we now proceed with installing the licensing system, which involves the shortcut titled Install Runtime Environment, Sentinel LDK. The licensing system installer needs to be run as administrator because it involves installing a Windows service. We right-click the shortcut, select More, and then choose the option to run as administrator. If the option to run as administrator is not shown, ask your IT support team for help with this, since otherwise, the Sentinel LDK licensing system will not install properly. We then wait for the licensing system installation to complete. The Sentinel Runtime Environment is a system provided by Thales Group, and is a licensing system used by a large number of software products. The licensing system installation succeeded, but how do we know that it actually got installed, and how do we know that the service is running? In order to check that, we use the Admin Control Center shortcut, which will open the licensing system's localhost web page with your default web browser. Within the Admin Control Center, you can view available licenses and check the status of the licensing system. If we click on the Sentinel keys linked to the left, we will see a list of license keys. In this case, the machine has been used for many installations, so it has several keys listed. If this is a new installation, there would probably only be a single HASP-SL key with the provisional product license. Since the Admin Control Center page is responding, we know that the licensing system is installed and the associated service is running. We can then try to run SonarTRX in trial mode, so we launch SonarTRX via the desktop or Start menu shortcut. When running SonarTRX in trial mode, we will be presented a trial notification message on program startup. If this is a recent build, SonarTRX should run in trial mode without issues, as long as the provisional 2-week license is still valid. However, older builds of the program might not run in trial mode at all. They would need an activated license key on the computer in order for SonarTRX to start up. We are now ready to request the final license. This involves using the Remote Update System Utility program to generate a C2V file from the computer and emailing the file to support@sonartrx.com. We launch the Remote Update System Utility program via the Windows Start menu and notice that the RUS utility has 3 tabs. The first is for collecting status information, the second is for applying license updates, and the third is for transferring license keys. In this case, we will use the Collect Status Information tab to generate the C2V file. We need a new key, so we select the second option and click Collect. We then save the resulting file to the computer, and can give it a meaningful name such as My Desktop PC or Rugged Laptop, etc. It will be saved as a client-to-vendor file, with the extension C2V. After saving the collected information to the C2V file, We now need to email the C2V file to support@sonartrx.com and wait for SonarTRX support to issue the final license. The final license will be sent back in the form of a vendor-to-client file, with the extension v2c. When you receive the v2c file, you would open the RUS utility again, but this time we use the second tab to apply the v2c file to the computer. After that is done, SonarTRX should be able to run in fully licensed mode, using the new Sentinel SL key, installed via the v2c file. Thanks for watching this support video about how to install SonarTRX, its licensing system, and getting the program licensed.